A new Somalia is shaping up, a Somalia where big money is now within reach, even to ordinary women. Most of the women here migrated to Baidoa as they fled conflict or famine from other parts of Somalia in search of better livelihoods. But Baidoa was turning into just another disappointment until the arrival of the Somalia Resilience Program, SOMREP, in 2016. The consortium planted the idea of Village Savings and Loan Associations, VSLA, and 3 years on, fortunes have changed for many women and their families.
horti mashaqay jarna idil isku roogan wala shaqay ma kasaan group markana ka darsame seminaaran nin qobdi si aan shaqay sida fanne awalan qob sida fanne oo dad iskaashta iskiran oo nagada lahayni yana nin taw bare faa'iido badan ma ilaa ku heli miisa furdi idee horti miiska gadgaday miiski beesdeen ee lahaysi oo $2 deenti miiski waaba tabakay xaafadeed baan bedelay walaay walyarko in bilaarda ee maacun ee abada ayar buri bariis kori walaas ikisiro qudaar iyo daaqada baatay gorgoryaalka ku bilaab hatta alxamdulillah sidii hore jaahil man eedan ilbahay dad kalba dhiirgelin ka soo bii kor baablin ku baad hadii la heer ooskeyn ma sha Allah aadi joogan isku feelay aaba ma bahaysan laakiin yaalka ay ku bilaan iskool dugsi isku dhiib.
Hadija is the leader of this team called Gargar. She also got a $500 loan to start this shop, which she runs with her brother.
Tukaankuna yarko walaalkeen shaqa uursan ka bilaabi tukaankuna aan isku leeyahay walaalkeen isla leen. Walaalka Abdiqaadir Xasan Leerawsuun. Isiyani shirka ka aan isla leen. Ayad koobay walbadan aan gobati lambe ajideen hana shalseed. Madin koreey $2 ahna sidii la xbilood ka gudni safayleha gudni litibilood ku dib hoo dhamayni $4 ahna see ana siib $5 ah qaad hatan deenta isku sii gudahayna hatta wan bilikood hatan in bilaawdaas meeluna ani walaalka isku le walkun kan ani walaalka isla shirka ka ana lacagda ana meelana ku helo yarkii dhaliyahay ku baa awlaade iskoolku ku biiside dugsigu ku biiside oo idee ka biilade walbadana intii aan shaqeeyo aan galay oo aan shaqadu aan bilaa walbadana
Under the Village Savings and Loan Associations, we're able to establish also revolving loan funds, which will be used by these beneficiaries to access loan for investment in their business or expanding their businesses. When you look on this livelihood zone, you find that we had criteria that guided us in terms of who should benefit, but key was the vulnerable. Now, vulnerability may come in many ways, but in our context, we're looking at female-headed households, households with orphans, households with disabled people, households who have learned but unable to cultivate because they don't have initial capital. We also were looking on the displaced people who were just being displaced from other locations into Baidoa. But we also look, one of the other criteria we're looking at is the youth.
Ali Adan Hassan is one of the youth involved in this new savings scheme. He is the only man in this group, and being a secondary school student, he was appointed the group's bookkeeper, responsible for recording and tracking the loans issued.
meelin may ba hoog saaray dhankii waxbarashadii hoos u dhiibay balkaas aan isku dhiibay baloosas u dhiibay aan nafsakay fi ahaanta migil ahaanta iska maaree mahadaasna bala ilaa yaan sunaatay kadib dadku groupka dah ya ka mahadsan.
Both Copy and Care enlisted the services of the Habshil Bank to get the loans accessible to VSLA groups like Gargar and Daya.
Instead of giving this capital as a grant, we had to work with Habshil to open accounts for those groups. Where the capital grant is deposited, And now these groups, they have to apply through the established structure of the Revolving Loan Fund Committee, where once their business proposals are approved, they can access this loan through the bank. And this also, when they pay, they have to pay back the loan to the bank. So this becomes a revolving fund in a way, so that even when we are gone or we are phased out, it's one of the sustainability element in the project that these will continue managing this fund to manage and to improve or work on their businesses.
noloshey waxay ku salaysan tahay beer iyo ganacsiga markii hore wax ma haysane hadda ayuutada oo wada jir oo la dhin abadi oo hay adigiraada iyo sumareeb qabati markii qabati 5 milyan ka deensadi 5 milyan hadin ka deensadi dukaankan ka furadi ilmahay maalintii hal mar wal aamayaan hadda laag 3 mar wal aamayaan dugsiga ka dhiibada daabadiyo ka dhiibada wax weyn ka aray ma ka saayna ganacsiga inaas wax dadkan dhimaalaan waday hadda inaas wax dadkan dhimaayna ogaadi ina meeshii qasaar dadka soo gooraas iyo meeshii oo la ka faa'iido aragi hay adaas waxaan rabnaa inay intaas in ka badan inay isniin soo kordhiso aan jecalna khayran rajayaan.
Those families that were trapped in hopelessness and despair just 3 years ago can now not only fend for themselves but also dare to dream big, which is a mark of achievement for the consortium, whose sole objective is to enhance the resilience of vulnerable households and communities in Somalia.
The women have been empowered. They participate in decision makings. Initially, only men were making the decisions in the households, but now women are able to take part in those decision makings.
The VSLA group created, a credit facility for the local population, mostly women. It empowered the women themselves because a good number of these VSLA members are women, over 290 women. So this created, a source of pride where, they are involved in economic development or income generating activity, and this, raised their status within the community,
As a father, it's something that you always admire when you see your child growing up. When the bank now can accept these unbankable people, sorry to use that word in courts, accepting now them to say, yes, they can access resources through the bank. I think that's the most gratifying thing in my life, because here is someone who was hopeless, but now they can be recognized that, you can be able to participate. And again, the other thing I've also noted of late, interacting with the people, it's the women participation in these activities, where they are able to say, before these men were just sidelining us. But through these interactions we have had in the past years in the various interventions, now we can sit and even discuss and reason. Not only that, also contributing to the household income, not just depending on the husband alone.